A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus called the 12 and began to send them out two by two, and gave them authority over the unclean spirits. He ordered them to take nothing for their journey except a staff, no bread, no bag, no money in their belts, but to wear sandals and not to put on two tunics. Jesus said to them, "Wherever you enter a house, stay there until you leave that place. If any place will not welcome you, and they refuse to hear you, as you leave, shake off the dust that is on your feet as a testimony against them." So the 12 went out and proclaimed that all should repent. They cast out many demons and anointed with oil men who were sick, and cured them. The Gospel of the Lord. My brothers and sisters, there was a story about a mother carrying her child in her arms was asked by a prosecutor in a court to renounce her faith in God. Her child cried out to the prosecutor, "Jesus Christ is the true God." The prosecutor asked the child, "Who told you so?" "My mother," replied the child. "And who told your mother?" asked the prosecutor again. "God told her," the child answered him. My brothers and sisters, if the home environment of this child is atheistic, he does believe that God really does not exist, or he will be led to believe in a false God. But if a child is formed in an environment of a Christian home, he will definitely come to believe and worship of a true God. Actually, in the teaching of a Catholic Church, the parents are the first missionaries, the first catechists, and the first teachers to their children. They got this responsibility of first teachers when the child was baptized. They took the oath before God and the Church through the minister that they are going to pass this faith to the child. My brothers and sisters, last Sunday's Gospel reported to us the rejection of Jesus by his own townspeople. Today, we are given a profile of those who believe in him. From among his followers, Jesus chooses the 12, his band of intimate friends. The 12, together with the other disciples, are Jesus' true family and community. He instructs them to take nothing for the journey, especially of comforts and security like food, traveling bag and money. When he sends the 12 to preach, he tells them to take only the minimum requirements for the journey: walking stick and a pair of sandals, which can give protection against wild beasts and snakes, and the rough roads of Palestine at that time. He urges his disciples to travel light for greater mobility and availability in their mission. Jesus' disciples must depend on God for their food and shelter. He would like the 12 to be preachers of the word and witnesses of the message. They are to proclaim to all that God is present, but they must first be convinced of what they said, that this is the truth. My brothers and sisters, the Gospel tells us that Jesus summons the 12 and began to send them out two by two. This must not be understood as referring only exclusively to the religious men and women who are selflessly devoting their lives in the Church's missionary activity. Rather, this must include the invaluable and indispensable responsibility of others in being missionaries to their brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, there are so many instances which demonstrate how generous, committed and sacrificing renewed Catholics are today. Forgetting their personal needs and comforts, they take time to reach out to people who are spiritually in need. Some even give spiritual conferences better than some priests. In other words, all of us are called by God to be missionaries, proclaimers and witnesses to others of His words. Vatican II document entitled Apostolicam Actio Citatem on the Apostolate of Valeity, number 3 said, incorporated into Christ's mystical body through baptism and strengthened by the Spirit through confirmation, Valeity are assigned to the apostolate by the Lord Himself. So whether you are an accountant, a lawyer, a clerk, a doctor, a musician, or an executive, a teacher, or whatever, you are sent out to preach, heal, teach, and witness to the good news. In short, to evangelize. Apostolicam Actio Citatem number 6 says, the very testimony of their Christian life and good works done in supernatural spirit have the power to draw men to believe and to God. Just the way you live can do more good to others than the many, dragging sermons and voluminous books written by known writers. My brothers and sisters, sad to say, many still have the idea that the call of Christ is addressed only to apostles and their successors, the bishops. This is not true today. Every Christian is commissioned to a ministry of love and justice by virtue of their baptism and confirmation. May God bless you.